So today we're going to be making the Lavender Sachet. In the Lavender Sachet kit, you will get a bag of rice and lavender. It's 2 parts lavender to 1 part rice, 2 pieces of material, and they are 4x4, a skein of embroidery floss, and about a yard of ribbon. What you will need to provide is a pair of scissors and a needle. And there are directions for doing the whip stitch on the instructions, as well as, like I said, suggestions for other mixes and some other dried herbs that you can use instead of lavender or with the lavender. What you want to do first is take your 2 pieces of cloth, and what you're going to do is you're going to put the right sides, which would be the bright sides, versus the wrong sides, which are a little more faded, together like this, so that the right sides are facing each other. And they should match up pretty well. If you want to use pins, you can do that to pin them together. I tend not to. I tend to be one of those people who just kind of sews like that. You will take your needle, and I have one that I started here so I can show you the whip stitch. To thread your needle, what I like to do is I like to make a little circle, put my needle through it, give it a little bit of a pinch, and then it's a little easier to slide it into the eye of the needle. And admittedly, I am using a pretty big needle with a pretty big eye. So I'm going to pick this up. To do the whip stitch, what you want to do is you're going to go around at a little bit of an angle, come up as close as you can to the stitch next to it, and pull it through like that. And if your stitches look sloppy or they're not great looking, it's not a big deal because you're not going to really see your stitches so much. So that's kind of what you want to do, and you want to do it all the way around 3 sides. You can do the 4th side a little bit of a way, but you are going to be pouring in lavender and rice, so it's going to be, you want to give yourself plenty of space. So here's one that I finished. You can see I stitched all the way around the outside, and I left kind of an open spot over here. What you want to do then is you're going to turn this inside out. This is one of the reasons why it's good to leave the 4th side kind of open. Now I've turned mine inside out. And at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to pour in your lavender and rice. And just pour it in. And just for information, this is about 2/3 of a cup of the rice mixture. I found that that is what makes kind of a nice, full, plump-looking sachet. And then your last step is going to be to sew your edge closed. With the whip stitch, you can stitch fairly quickly. You do want it to be kind of tight because you are gonna not want any of the rice or the lavender to sneak out. And that should fasten it. And if you want, you can go back or tie a knot or however you want to do it. So I'm just going to trim this off. I'm going to give the top of my bag a little bit of a trim. Give it a little pat. And then for tying, like I said, it's just going to be like your Christmas packages. So around this way, flip it over, give it a twist. And you don't want it to be too tight. You just kind of want it to look pretty. And then just tie a bow. And there you are. This craft will be available at all of our locations through the month of September.